Yep, it's that time again when we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Copidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today, Tuesday. It is the 10th day of February 2026. Can you imagine that? February is already almost halfway, man. Yeah. Nonetheless, it is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. It's Tuesday. So, dear Heavenly Father, as we begin a new day, shine your light into our hearts and lives today. Help us to reflect your light so that someone who doesn't know you as Lord and Savior may be directed to you. Help us to be stronger because of your forgiveness, happier because of your mercy, and more willing to serve you because of your love. Today, hold our hands and guide us every step of the way, for though we do not know what the future holds, we do know who holds the future. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. And amen. And let's see the second one. Good morning, Tuesday's blessings. As you step into the new day, may your heart be filled with peace and your mind with clarity. May the Lord's presence go before you, guiding your steps and strengthening you in every challenge. May his love surround you like the morning sun, warming your soul and reminding you that you are deeply cherished. Whatever burdens you carry, may you find rest in his unfailing grace. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. And that's coming from Lamentations 3, verse 22 to 23. Embrace the day with hope, knowing that God's hand is upon you. Be blessed, be encouraged, and know that you are loved beyond measure. Again, I must say thank you, Evangelist, for this one this morning. Hope all is well with everybody.
For Jesus Christ already told me pay the cost. So even though the road is so rugged and steep, I'm in for the ride. Because I know
it's 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. And again, good morning, good morning, good morning. Reminding you that it is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yep, it is. Reaching out and saying good morning to my brethren, Valden Williams, all the way in Canada. Hope you're having a great day thus far. And Veronica Sandy, Jillian McIntyre, Yulin Alexander, Monica Mayrose Williams, Mary E. Banks, Mildred Smith. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And of course, Jennifer Collimo, good morning, Petlin, good morning, Cecil Cadet, my brother. All right, hope you had a great day. And I want to say belated happy birthday greetings to Annalisa Alexander of Huggins Shipping. She celebrated her birthday yesterday. Greetings coming from Cecil and her co-workers at Huggins Shipping. Wishing you many blessings and many more birthdays to come. All right, Annalisa Alexander, have a belated happy birthday. Yolan Swan, good morning to you as always.
'Cause I'm afraid,
And the word of the day today, that word is ethical. Ethical. E-T-H-I-C-A-L. I'm certain you heard this word before. Ethical. And again, the spelling E-T-H-I-C-A-L. Ethical. It means morally right. Morally right. And we're seeing some lack of ethical behavior ever so prevalent in the world today, coming up from up north. I ain't calling name, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, very unethical. You know, Joanne Brathwaite Batson, good morning. All right, here's how we can use that word in a sentence. Ethical journalism matters. Yes, yeah, ethical journalism matters. Remember that always.
give me faith, so Jah, I pray.
I need a new dose of faith and grace this morning. Yeah. And believe you me, I will get through the day. Destined to win, overcomer. Good morning to you. Debbie, good morning. Bongo and the team up there in Mama Can. Good morning. Munich. Halstead John, good morning to you and yours. All the wonderful folks inside of Pearls, Dunfermline, Moya, Conference, Chayo, good morning to you and the family. The folks on where we usually call Korea Hill, good morning to you all. Yep. Hilarion Doodoo Gunpot, welcome home, bro. My brethren Irvin Simon, good morning to you. All the best. Yeah. Royal Titus sprang along. You don't know that name, right? You folks didn't know that name. Those were the days when we extempored, man. Sprang along. And Leslie G. Ian George, good morning to you. Did Devon dabble into some extemporing too? Can't remember. Carlton George, good morning to you and the family. The motivational tip of the day is up next. Mary and the team in Harford Village, good morning. Auntie, good morning to you. The folks inside of Monlong, Zeggy and the guys, somebody looking for somebody. Teacher Carl Humphrey, good morning. Mimi and Underpants, good morning. The Faris in Beauregard. Danley Alexis, boy, we're having some technical issues, right? And we are working assiduously to get them rectified, all right? Now, the motivational tip of the day is, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Yes. Try to figure out what is the lesson that he's trying to teach you, all right? In the middle of difficulties lies opportunity. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. If life serves you lemons, use them and make lemonade. Make a good thing out of any situation. Yep. Vicklin Moraine, good morning to you. I hope you're hearing us. The folks inside of River Sally, Latast, Riven Twine, Shiny and Yellow, good morning. Daigo Peters, good morning to you. Cheryl, good morning. Glennis Mitchell, used to be Joseph, but good morning to you. My brother Michael, Senator Mitchell, and family, hope you all are doing fine. Donovan and family out there in Moya, good morning. Yeah. Folks, unfortunately, due to our internet glitch, Flo, you all had to call and make some kind of, promissory arrangement because, this lack of service, I know sometimes it's way beyond your control, but, it really inconvenienced the nation. Because of that, this morning we were having technical issues with our news production, so we will be having a rerun of last evening's television news, and we do apologize for that, but nonetheless, we've got to do what we've got to do, you understand? We're not leaving you undone. Nope. Mohini Jawahir, good morning. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine. I hope I got the name right, yeah? Good morning, Pastor Laurie Dominic. Yeah, hope you're doing well. And did you know that the world needs people like you? It's 17 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Yeah, Soup, you're still celebrating your birthday, right? Well, enjoy the month. Your birth month, not date.
And if you try to fix more than you break.
To those of you out there in the diaspora, good morning.
If you're the
We've got a big diaspora homecoming soon. I hope to see each and every one of you. And those of you online, Mr. Crawford out there in Barbados, good morning to you. The folks inside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. How are you all doing? The Grenadines. Yeah. Folks, stick and stay with us. The AM edition of news, well, that's a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. That comes up right after these.
ones who've lost their way. There's a place.
Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. One big performance only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada, sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvie, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Pianki Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. A candlelight vigil held in Crowshoe St. Andrew brought residents together last evening as the community mourned the tragic loss of Alejandra Let Hippolyte. And Alejandra's gruesome death has sent shockwaves into communities across Grenada with renewed calls for more protective measures for women and girls. Shania McIntosh has more details.
The vigil, led by Senator David Andrews, drew family members, friends, neighbors, and well-wishers who gathered to honor Alejandra's life and in solidarity and support for her grieving relatives. Candles were lit as symbols of remembrance, unity, and a collective call for justice during an emotional evening. During the vigil, Senator Andrews expressed his deepest condolences to Alejandra's family, friends, and loved ones. He offered words of encouragement, urging the community to remain united, to continue supporting one another, and to draw strength during this difficult period.
Community hurts. The whole society hurts. And we don't want this. This is not something that is known to this area. This is not something that is something that we are accustomed to having in this area. So I know it hurts everybody, and in a very particular way. So band together, support each other, and make sure we get through this as a community, as neighboring communities together. Yeah? At this time, Andre, a good time for you to just express yourself. I'm right here with you.
Alejandra's body was discovered last Friday in bushes near her home. Reports indicate that she sustained stab wounds to her face and neck. The discovery sent shockwaves throughout the community. Concerns was raised after the young woman failed to return from at her usual time. Her parents began searching for her, and when her slippers were later found along the roadway, a community search effort was launched. That search ended tragically with the discovery of her body. Police have since launched a full investigation into the matter. One male, identified as Cade Kellan Richards, who is a known sex offender with prior rape convictions, is said to be in police custody in connection with the case. A wanted notice had been issued for Richards mere hours before Alejandra's body was discovered. As candles burned late into the night on Sunday, residents reflected on a life lost too soon, while renewed call for justice and community safety echoed throughout Crowshoe. Reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
Enforcement action is looming for vessels still illegally berthed along the Carenage as the deadline given for relocation expires. Shania McIntosh has been following developments and has another story.
Despite repeated warnings from the Grenada Ports Authority, several boat owners were seen on their vessels still berthed along the Carenage, showing little movement as the final date for compliance with the relocation order came to an end. Port manager Ian Evans was observed aboard a Coast Guard vessel patrolling the Carenage, conducting checks to determine how many vessels complied with the directive and identifying those that were not removed, noting that approximately 1/3 of the vessels have been removed. Evans said many owners are still failing to comply with the order. Meanwhile, Captain Hoyt Oliver, head of the Longliners Association, along with Ricardo Banjol, a member of the association, raised concerns on behalf of members of the fishing community. They said fishermen previously requested that provisions be made for their vessels to be berthed along Outer Melville Street, where boats could be properly secured and sheltered. However, they noted that since those discussions, no further feedback has been received.
And a sheltered area. They would have to do a sheltered area at that Melville Street location to protect the boats from the environment when it gets rough. And in that area, they promised to do the refueling sections and water and electricity and all the necessary things that the fishing industry needs.
Alternatives are unacceptable. Maybe if we say we can create an area in Laguna, we met with the Prime Minister a couple of weeks back and we told him about the area in Lagoon. He said it's government property, but we'll have to look into it. For example, from the FedEx building going all the way to Gleens. Okay, that would be an ideal area to put certain things in perspective so that the boats can be over there in a safe manner.
The Ports Authority has reiterated that non-compliance will not be tolerated. The port manager warned that vessel owners who fail to comply by Monday's deadline will face legal action under the relevant regulations.
Looking at the legal option first, rather than go to the confrontational rate, which is what the fishermen seem to want. This is not an issue of, as they are saying, trying to get to the fishermen. It is an issue of safety. Over the years, we've had a long discussion, a lot of consultation. The incident late last year again highlighted the risk. What we have been lucky is that it hasn't been that frequent because, one, we've had good pilots and we've also instituted tugs for the larger vessels.
GBN also spoke with several vessel owners along the Carenage to get their feedbacks on the enforcement action and the way forward.
Right? How they want to maneuver the cruise ship? That's another issue again that they're lacking. If you go to Pandy, they want to save the Great Grandans Beach. So tell us, Classical Bay, that's a negative. Tell them, think about it again.
And weigh their opinion, choose the best decision for them. They have a voice. Those guys are Grenadian. You can't treat them like just dogs. Get out. And
reporting for GBN News, Shania McIntosh.
From the mainland to Carriacou, individuals and organizations were honored during Independence Day ceremonies held under the theme Grenada at 52, anchored in faith, guided by purpose. Rosalina John has this report.
11 Grenadians on the mainland will receive their awards from Her Excellency, the Governor-General Dame Cecile Lagrenade, in the coming weeks after being named during the 52nd Independence Military Parade and Rally. The names of the recipients were announced by Chairperson of the National Celebrations Committee, Ms. Jacqueline Alexis, recognizing their outstanding contributions to national development.
The first award, the Companion of the Order of Grenada. This award goes to Mr. Ricardo Keynes Douglas for his tireless work in arts and culture. The next award is the Order of Grenada Gold Award for Excellence. Miss Catherine John is the recipient of this award for culture and tourism. The Spice Isle Award is is given to 2 recipients, Miss Michelle Hercules for sports and Miss Bridget Logan for culture. The Cammerhorn Award. This award also goes to 2 recipients, Dr. Deborah Ann Stevens-John for health and sports education, and Mr. James Clarkson for policing. The Medal of Honor goes to 3 recipients, Mr. T. Cheney Joseph for sports, particularly football, Mr. Samuel Britton for community mentorship, and Mrs. Jean Jacqueline Small also for community mentorship. The next award is also given to 2 recipients. The award is for the most distinguished Order of the Nation, Order of Knighthood. The first recipient is Mr. Kent Joseph for entrepreneurship, community development and empowerment. The second award goes to Mr. Walter Clement Knoll for his work in health and research and is awarded posthumously. I offer my congratulations to all the awardees.
Ms. Alexis noted that this year's theme, Grenada at 52, Anchored in Faith, Guided by Purpose, reflects who we are as a people, our shared faith in the Almighty God, and our shared purpose. Meanwhile, in Carriacou, celebrations continue at the Mermaid Beach Hotel in Hillsborough, where the Independence Awards and cocktail ceremony was held as part of Grenada's 52nd anniversary of independence. The event paid tribute to individuals and organizations whose efforts have made a significant impact on community development and national heritage. The ceremony recognized excellence across several fields. All honorees were formally acknowledged by the Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government. Among the awardees, Kellis Andrews and Ashara Eno received awards for excellence in sports, while Afimba Shotpri Andrews was honored as cultural ambassador for his contributions to the arts and culture. The Community Service Award was presented to E.A. Goldhill, and the Entrepreneur Award recognized the business achievements of Ken and Kenny Regis. Several individuals and organizations were also presented with the Minister's Special Award, including the Carriacou Animal Hospital, Henry Steele, Grenlec Workers, and Hyacinth Slim Maturin in recognition of their dedication and service to a community. Christina John, GBN News.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has called for recommitment as he delivered the keynote address at the 52nd Independence Military Parade and Rally.
Freedom without effort is fragile. Freedom without discipline is dangerous. And freedom without productivity is temporary. If we want a strong Grenada, we must choose work over excuses, contribution over complaint, and discipline over dependency.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, in his Independence Day message, also reflected on the meaning of independence, describing it as an ongoing responsibility rather than a single historical event. He underscored the importance of unity, resilience, and collective purpose as Grenada continues its development journey.
I say to you plainly that independence is not something we inherited. It is something we must practice. Independence is not fireworks. It is not just our flag. Independence is not just a date. Independence is not a trophy we polish once a year. Independence is a decision that we must make every single day. Independence is about discipline, and it is about work.
He called for a collective effort with meaningful contributions in education, agriculture, the public service, and other areas.
If we are to honor the sacrifice of those who came before us, then every Grenadian must see independence as a personal assignment. To the farmer, independence means productivity in the soil. To the teacher, independence means shaping minds with excellence. To the public officer, independence means service with integrity. To the entrepreneur, independence means innovation and risk-taking. To our young people, independence means discipline over entitlement. For brothers and sisters, faith without works is dead, and independence without productivity is hollow and empty.
He ended his address with this call.
As we celebrate 52 years of independence, let us recommit, not to comfort, but to calling, not to reminiscing, but to nation building. Let history say of this generation that they did not waste their independence, that they worked it, that they guarded it, that they grew it.
Independence Day activities across the island included ceremonies, cultural performances, community events celebrating Grenada's history and heritage. As the nation marked 52 years of sovereignty, Saturday's observance served as both a reflection on past achievements and a call to shape the country's future.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
And I now join forecaster Vondi Cyrus at the forecast desk at the MBIA for this morning's weather report. Good morning, Vondi.
Good morning to you and to your listeners. Here is the weather for today, Tuesday, February 10th, 2026. It is a fair morning here at the MBIA with vicinity showers. Winds are from the east at 14 miles per hour. Parametric pressure is 1015.7 millibars. That is above normal and rising. The present temperature is 26.1 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 81%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.3 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum temperature was 25.5 degrees Celsius. There was a trace of rainfall here at the MBIA over the past 24 hours. Hence, this month's total remains at 16.4 millimeters. Now let's look at the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, breezy, and slightly hazy, with brief morning and midday showers becoming generally fair as the day progresses. Today's maximum temperature can be around 30.5 degrees Celsius, wind east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 9 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. Because of this, a marine advisory remains in effect. Tides are currently rising, will be high at 9:15 a.m. and low at 4 p.m. Sunset today is 6:12, sunrise tomorrow 6:30. Just a recap of the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, breezy, and slightly hazy, with brief morning and midday showers becoming generally fair as the day progresses. Just a reminder, a marine advisory remains in effect. From the Met Office, this is Vondi Cyrus, wishing you all a great day.
Thank you very much, Vondi. Have yourself a great day likewise. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Courts. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Courts Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Courts. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
Brought us to the conclusion of this morning's news, which actually happened to be a rebroadcast of last evening's local segment of the television news, and that's due to the technical difficulty we had with our internet provider. So we do apologize for that, and thank you for your understanding. Until then, have a great day, everybody. To Graphics and the team from Hot 98 FM, we say thank you for sharing your time with us, as always. The traffic report comes up momentarily, and then the conversation starts. Have a good one, everybody.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Grenada, the countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, started for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50. Main stand $30. Secondary stand $20. And bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands and bleachers. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026. The ultimate relay experience.
For 35 years, one name has stood with us. Through the storms and sunshine, we've been by your side. Whether you're on the road, at sea, on site, or at home, With Grenadian General Insurance, confidence comes standard. It's never been a better time to renew and update for added benefits. Join us in celebrating 35 years of safeguarding what matters most. Grenadian General Insurance, 35 years strong. Visit Grenadian General Insurance on Scott Street, St. George's. Call us at 440-2434 or visit grenadiangeneral.gd to get the coverage you need.
Payments shouldn't slow you down. Tap your phone to pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay. No need to carry cards or even your wallet. Freedom of online shopping that actually works with the Spot Pay Calypso card. Send and receive money with friends, locally and securely. Receive money from the U.S. in seconds and spend it right away. Send and spend across the Caribbean and all over the world. All with one app. Spot Pay. Money reimagined.
This Valentine, celebrate under the stars at Love Fest. Saturday, February 14th at Quarantine Point Recreational Park from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Featuring all the way from Antigua, Burning Flames. Also live, Sabrina Francis, Rita, and Ultimate Perfections Band, Pan Wizards, and more. General admission starts at $100. Grab a couple special for only $180 while stocks last. Tickets are available at Grenadian Optical, Eventbrite, and GoToFed.com. Upgrade your experience with our bottle service, Sweetheart Table for Two, or a more private Cupid's Cabana. Our Love Fest partners, Lashington Agency, Sunrise Airways, Netherlands Insurance, GBN, Boss FM, Grenada Tourism Authority, Flow. Produced by Upstage. Love Fest is on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, starting 6 p.m. at Quarantine Point.
My name is Dr. Abigail Noel, and I am the head of department at the Accident and Emergency Department. One thing I love about Mount Sinai is their spirit of collaboration. They came in with ideas that have transformed our department in real time. The implementation of ID bands for every patient that comes through the emergency department. That has decreased patient errors. They have implemented defibrillators on every ward. Thus far, 128 staff members have been trained in defibrillator use. The huddle system is basically small meeting with all team members. It improves communication between staff members as well as with patients. This transformation means everything to the emergency department and by extension the health system of Grenada.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
All right, folks, it's now 13 minutes gone past 7 o'clock, and at this time, I'm happy to join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sarge.
Good morning to you and also to your listeners, especially our motorists and pedestrians this morning. This is a time where we let persons know what is happening traffic-wise in the tri-island state of Grenada. and we're here, and I'll let persons know exactly what is happening. So as we dive right into the traffic state, we just want persons to know that most of the traffic in all these areas are relatively quiet at this time. Light to moderate flowing traffic in most of the areas and all its adjoining roads at the moment, as we normally have on a morning time at this present time. We know what happens in areas such as California, where we have a little more traffic than normal, and traffic coming from the St. Paul's direction. However, we definitely would have persons in the areas where we normally would have those challenges to assist in regulating the traffic so that you would have some form of easement. And this morning, with no exception, we do have persons in the area of the St. Paul's areas, but that alone cannot cut it, especially the volume of traffic that we normally would have coming out from that direction. So we definitely would ask persons that if you can leave home a little bit earlier to avoid that that bumper-to-bumper traffic, or you can use whatever traffic diversion based on the direction that you're heading. Especially if you're heading to the Grenada direction, you can divert to the Manjaro Public Road and Springs and head on to you. If you're heading to the Grenada 10th direction, you can use the Montparnasse Road, Tempe Road, and head on to your location, and avoid coming down the St. Paul's Road to head up to whatever direction. But more so, we want persons especially to leave home a little bit earlier. We know that with traffic congestion, it definitely will affect economic activities. So persons, again, we are appealing to you to do what is necessary so you wouldn't get to work late on a morning time as it relates to the volume of traffic. But as we stated, most of the areas right now are moderately flowing. So if persons can utilize that time, around this time, to get to their work, especially, or reaching to passing those areas that are congested around those times, it would definitely be a plus for you and for the traffic department. But as we dive right into the accident state for the past 24 hours, we recorded a total of 7 minor accidents in the tri-land state of Grenada, and they are as follows. The traffic headquarters reported 2 minor accidents, the South Police Station 3 minor accidents, and the St. Paul's Police Station 2 minor accidents. Gives us a total of 7 minor accidents in total. We're seeing here a decrease and in the trajectory we want to, and we hope that it remains. And it definitely we have to rely on drivers, their expertise, and what they've learned in the highway code, and while they're driving it, so that they can continue to do what they can to ensure road safety stays paramount on our nation's road. But we also want to let persons know that it all is in the mentality of the driver. So if you want to see safe driving, if you have to practice it, if you want to see the reduction of accidents, we have to practice safe driving. And I want to appeal again to drivers, pedestrians, let us do what we have to ensure that our roads remain safe from accidents. And we know sometimes accidents are unavoidable, but we still have our part to play, and we can still, once we do what we have to, we'll definitely see the reduction that we need. So as we step back into the traffic situation, we know that as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, especially heading to most of our towns, especially which we normally focus on, but we definitely may have from time to time to focus on different areas, such as the town of Grenville, Guave, to find out what is really happening there as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour in live action sometime. But as we focus on the St. George's area, we know that we definitely have an increase in the volume of traffic as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, and it causes bumper-to-bumper traffic and persons to be late for work. But we know we can avoid those, but we just want persons to know that they can leave home early. And as I appeal to persons, if you have not left home as yet, and you're heading to the town of St. George's, you'll definitely be late. We also will be having one cruise ship in our port today. We expect persons to be courteous and drivers to be extra cautious in those areas, especially where we have our tourist hotspots and so forth. And that is all we have for you for the accident state for the past street traffic report for the past The accident is for the past 24 hours and the traffic still for this morning. So we just want to again improve on drivers to continue to drive safe today so that we can see a reduction in the accident statistics tomorrow. And the question that we normally would ask every morning, and I will definitely ask that question this morning, if you are texting,
then who's driving? All right? If you're texting or talking or doing anything else, who is driving that vehicle? Who is manning that vehicle?
Important question.
Thank you very much, Sergeant. And we look forward to another engagement tomorrow if the good Lord spare our lives. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job, you and your team.
Thank you very much, and we appreciate your sentiment.
Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick break, and when we come back, I have a very interesting gentleman in the studio that we are going to have some conversation with as it relates to cash apps, all right? Online virtual cash. Okay, so we'll be talking with Mr. Zika Philip, representing SpotPay in just a few minutes. Stay with us. We'll be back after these.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Payments shouldn't slow you down. Tap your phone to pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay. No need to carry cards or even your wallet. Freedom of online shopping that actually works with the SpotPay Calypso card. Send and receive money with friends, locally and securely. Receive money from the U.S. in seconds and spend it right away. Send and spend across the Caribbean and all over the world. All with one app. SpotPay. Money reimagined.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues, and as promised, I've got with me in the studio a goodly son of the soil. Well, he wants to remain a son of the soil, but he spent a whole lot of his life out in the U.S., but he's indeed born and bred and raised to an extent here. Zika Philip. He's originally from St. Mark.
Originally from St. Mark.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you look vibrant and young this morning. Yeah. How are you?
Doing well. I'm glad to be back in Grenada.
Yeah.
I've been back a lot the last year or so.
Okay.
While building Spot Pay.
Okay. All right. So let's get into this very interesting conversation because it's trending. All right. Everything nowadays is done virtually and online and so forth. Exactly what is Spot Pay?
Yes, so Spot Pay is a global digital wallet that allows users to send and receive money locally and internationally. The difference is it's purpose-built for the Caribbean, and we started with Grenada.
Also, here's your pilot?
It's not a pilot, it's our main market, is where we want the app to start. We love the Grenada market, and we know there's a big need, and we want to understand how to address it across the whole Caribbean. We thought Grenada should get it first.
Okay, and well, to get into such a venture, you must have done some market research and interfacing and so forth. What has the response been like?
People really wanted it. People really wanted modern money tools. They see Cash App and Venmo and other competitors, I'm not going to say on air, they see it working in Grenada because people come from the States. You have visitors and tourists and students using those apps, but they're not available in Grenada and the Caribbean. And we thought that was some opportunity space that should be filled. I personally felt that while studying in the States. So I was born and grew up in Grenada. I went to school in St. Mark's Secondary School. I did 1 year of TAMCC, a little less than a year, and then I moved away from Grenada. And every time I needed to send money home, it was a hassle. It was a problem, and that was a long time ago. So for
not
all
so long, you ain't so old for that.
But it was still it's been at least a decade of slow and inefficient means of sending and receiving money to the Caribbean and within the Caribbean. So we thought that this was a good opportunity to solve this using modern technology, and that was the genesis of Spot Pay.
Okay, all right. Because I know for Grenada, we have a youthful population, very youthful population into the technology and so forth.
Yes.
But there is also that segment of the population that is sort of hesitant to the technology. They sort of push back.
Yes.
I mean, I've been an IT teacher for many years. IT is my thing, and I do have some measure of hesitancy as it relates to the online platforms and the virtual stuff and putting your card information and you're outside. So what measure of security can you provide to us as the members of the audience to make us feel comfortable that we can transact using Spot Pay?
Absolutely, yes. That's a great point, and we look at that from two angles. We think about it from security and from simplicity. I think those two things work together. Security, we have industry-leading security, so you should not worry about your money on Spot Pay at all. It is very secure, and you can test it out. You can just try it out with a small amount of money, and put money on your wallet, receive some money from the States, spend with a Spot Pay card. We give you a free card, a Visa Platinum card that you can spend from your Apple and Google wallets. And on the simplicity side, we try to make everything extremely simple. We agree that some people might be hesitant because it looks complicated. When you go into something that's very hard to use, then you have some reservations. We built it so it's very, very easy to use. You can manage your card, you can lock it on the app, you can request support anytime from within the app, and we just built it in a way that everyone can use it, everyone can enjoy it. So it's the utility is there, but also the security is there.
Okay, that's awesome. Because of the digital age that we're in now, people interact with outside companies, outside of the region.
Yes.
There are some folks who work online or want to work online.
Of course.
But one of the things that the prospective employers would ask, do you have any of the Cash App? I wouldn't call their name for competitive purposes.
For sure.
But, and most of the times, I personally have had this, can we send you cash through so and so? And I say, I don't have that. You know, we don't have that in Grenada per se. So how does that bridge that gap?
Yes, so SpotPay was built specifically for this use case. You can now say to everyone that asks you this, that you do have the Cash App, you do have SpotPay. So anyone in the US or Canada can send you money directly through SpotPay. Forget about going in lines, forget about waiting to collect your money and fill out forms. You get it directly and you can spend it directly from your SpotPay Calypso card, or take out money in the ATM, or send it to your bank account.
Okay, but you said specifically the US and Canada. What's about outside of that? So Japan. What if a company in Japan wants to pay me?
Absolutely.
How do they do that? It's limited to just Canada and the US?
For now, outside of the Caribbean region, we are limited to I won't say limited, we're starting with Canada and the US, but we're expanding quickly to other places. So we already started working on the UK, and we're thinking about other places to expand to. We realize that many companies have a US or Canada branch, so they're able to send money to the Caribbean through that branch, and they can use SpotPay to do that.
Okay. Now, someone in the audience might be asking, how do I get onto this SpotPay thing?
Yes, absolutely. You can download SpotPay right now. So today it's available on the App Store and the Android Play Store. You just go in there, type SpotPay, one word, and it will be the first app to come up. You can also look for it online, just on Google, just type SpotPay, and again, it will be the first thing. We've been getting a lot of downloads recently, so it's trending on the Google search results. And lastly, if you want to just go into the URL and type www.spotpay.ai/download, it will take you to the download page.
Okay. Are there any fees attached to getting the app?
There are no fees attached to getting the app. So the app is completely free, and the SpotPay Calypso card is also completely free. We call it Calypso as a nod to the Caribbean.
To Grenada, not Caribbean.
To Grenada.
Calypso is Grenada.
Sounds great, yes. Absolutely. So everything is free to get, and then you can send and receive money locally for free. There's a small fee for international transfers, but way cheaper than you're used to.
Okay. There are many other cash apps available. Can SpotPay interface with them?
That is something that we're all looking for in the future as an industry. At the beginning of this sort of fintech era, everybody built a closed system. So PayPal is closed, and I'm not going to say the others, but they're all closed, including SpotPay. SpotPay is a closed network where SpotPay to SpotPay is very convenient, but venturing outside of that network is a little bit difficult. We're already talking to traditional money service businesses to interact with them, and we think in the future we'll be able to interact with other cash apps.
Okay, so let me walk you through a scenario and explain it to me. I work for a company out of Winnipeg.
Okay.
Let's say Canada, Winnipeg. And they opt to pay me through SpotPay because SpotPay is available in Canada.
It is.
How do I use that money that they would have placed on my SpotPay account to go to the supermarket or to go to the doctor or to go book a hotel room? How do I access that cash?
That's a great question. So when you get the money, it lands on your SpotPay wallet. You have the choice to keep it in the wallet and send it to different people, or you can move it to the SpotPay Calypso card, where you can use your phone to tap to pay in all the places that you mentioned. The Calypso card is accepted anywhere that Visa is accepted. It's a Visa Platinum card. And you can add it to your Apple Wallet and your Google Wallet. So you can pay with your phone today anywhere in Grenada where there is a card machine. And anywhere in the world, actually.
Okay, well, it's that simple.
It's that simple.
Wow. And what's about, I have gotten paid, but I need to pay other people.
Oh, yes.
How do I pay them?
So that is where the peer-to-peer option shines. You can send and receive directly to people in Grenada for free. So they have a SpotPay account, you send them $5. or you request $10 from them. Then you can put that money on your card and spend it, or move it back to your wallet and send it. We built it to be very simple, very flexible.
And is there a charge for these transactions? I send money to you, you send money to me. What are the charges?
Absolutely free if it's from Grenada to Grenada, which we think would be the bulk of the transactions. We have some operational costs to send across the border. So if you send in back to Winnipeg, there will be a small fee, 2.5%, up to $25. We don't ever pay more than $25 to send money on
EC or in the recipient's currency?
In US dollars.
Okay.
So we kind of, yeah.
Okay, wow, this is interesting. Do you really think that this sort of apps, SpotPay and the others, which I wouldn't call because SpotPay is Grenada owned,
absolutely,
all right? Do you think it will eventually ride over the actual tangible currencies?
Yeah, we see that happening already in many countries, right? Most people in several of the the US, other parts of Europe, people hardly reach for bills anymore. People use their money, on their apps. It's all virtual and digital. So we think it's going to eventually, all over the world, people are going to move to that. It's just more convenient. It acts and functions like cash because you can send and receive, you can spend it, you can hold it. It's just more convenient. So
it's therefore safe to say that children that will be born, let's say 20, 30 years from now, might not even get to see an actual dollar.
They might see it in the museum, but they wouldn't be able to use it.
This is scary, man. This is scary.
On the contrary, I think it's we move into a beautiful future of convenience and flexibility.
Right. Yeah. And how do you think the use of SpotPay would make businesses more efficient?
Yeah, I think whenever we add a layer of digitalization on something, we realize that everything becomes more efficient. So, when there was a time when businesses had to collect all the cash and put it in the armored truck and bring it to the bank, and now they send, a wire transfer to the bank, and then soon they will just hold it digitally and pay their people digitally, and everybody will just be on this sort of digital money train.
You're saying that made me reminisce a bit because I remember, I hope he's listening, Errol Amigo Robertson, when we worked in Barclays, ever so often we'd have to go on the cash runs where we take cash from one branch and bring to the next and vice versa and so forth. So these things will be of no more in the not too distant future.
Yes, I think it's already being phased out. All the banks are becoming modern and going for digital routes. So I think it's inevitable that we're gonna.
I know the intent behind this interview this morning is to sort of sensitize the Grenadian public as to the efficacy of SpotPay and so forth, but. Other than this, the best platform to do that, are you going to go through like maybe communities and so forth and getting the people? Because there's no doubting there will be some sort of phobia from some people.
Of course.
So you going to, let's say, you go to the community center in St. Paul's and have an interaction, you would get quite a number of questions, that I can assure you.
Of course.
People would want to get clarified and clarifications and so forth. So do you intend to go on a sensitization drive other than this?
Absolutely, yes. We want to meet people where they are. At SpotPay, we really value questions. That's one of the things that that's a core tenet for us. And that doesn't stop with just the team. We think we value questions also from the public. If people have questions and we have to explain things more than once, we know we're doing something wrong, we have to fix it and make it simpler. So absolutely, we love to hear from people wherever they are.
What segment of the population do you think will benefit most from SpotPay at this present dispensation?
I don't want to single out. I think everybody can benefit from it. I think people have different uses. The younger generation want to send and receive really quickly, and they're just really fascinated by tap to pay. I think others want to receive money from their loved ones in the States, and they don't want to have to stand in line to do that. So it's a spectrum. There's other people that want to just charge people for the goods and services that they sell, and they can do so on SpotPay. So I think there's a spectrum of different use cases, and people might have different uses for different things that we build. So I don't want to sort of single out any particular set of people. I think we can all benefit.
So someone has a question. It seems okay. The line went off. I sort of envisage a scenario. You're in a supermarket, right?
Yep.
And you picked up your items and you went to the cashier knowing that you have some cash, and the embarrassing thing comes up that you don't have enough cash to pay for the goods that you have on the counter.
Of course.
Can you quickly make a request to someone, a relative, a friend, and saying, well, here, this is my situation? And
absolutely. Yeah. You can do that today. It takes, seconds to, you make a request, it goes in less than a second, I guarantee it. And whenever the person accepts it, you get the money back in a couple seconds.
Okay.
So.
We do have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning, sir.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Yeah, just want to say, ask some question from the speaker. How long and how reliable is the spot pay?
How reliable is spot pay? Is that your only question?
That was the security.
Okay. Listen down for the answer, right?
Yes.
How reliable?
Very reliable. You will not have it. We have not had any downtime, so we're not gonna, you're not gonna open spot pay and it's not available at any point. We invest a lot in our backend infrastructure to make sure that the servers are always up. It's always running. And then in terms of security, we build with the utmost security. That's a very important thing to us. So we would slow things down to make sure that it's secure. You have limits on how much money you can send to make sure that you don't go over.
What's the limit?
It changes. Right now, it is 500. You can send it multiple times, so you can continuously send 500.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's sort of as a guardrail.
Absolutely, yes. We don't.
Okay.
Yes, but if you see somebody send, a certain amount at a certain rate, the system would immediately complain. If we see somebody's card being used for a very fixed amount in some interval, because when people hack your stuff, that's what they do. When they get your card number, we send you a message and say, hey, did you make this purchase? So we have these alerts that protect our users, because we think that's the most important part of SpotPay, making sure that people feel safe with their money and they're able to use it in the way that they
not wanting to create any conflict, but how does Tap to Pay and Apple Pay work with SpotPay?
It works great. We built SpotPay with the intent that people should be able to walk around with their phones and not have their wallet with them. So we have a tight integration with Apple and Google Pay, and you can add the SpotPay Calypso card to both of those apps. So if you have an iPhone, you add the card to Apple Pay. If you have Android, you add it to Google Pay, and then it just works. So that took some negotiation, but we got there, and we had to make sure that we had a full-fledged Visa card, which we did. So now, our users can reap the benefits of that.
So someone applies, goes to the store and downloads SpotPay.
Mm-hmm.
How do they get that card to access the cash?
Yes, so you download SpotPay. It takes you about 10 minutes to maybe even less, actually 5 minutes to create your account. Just one page of details that you have to give on the phone screen. And then you can apply for the SpotPay card immediately. The first thing you will see is apply for the SpotPay card. There's a couple other boxes like learn more about SpotPay and so on. But you tap on apply for the SpotPay card and you fill in some details, and then you get the card in less than 15 minutes. You get a digital card in your SpotPay app.
Oh, so you won't be having a physical card?
We will.
Everything is digital. The card itself?
The card is digital that you hold on your Apple and Google Wallet, but we're also going to have a physical card that we're going to start shipping to users by the end of next month.
Oh, okay.
We already made the order to Visa.
Okay, wow. That's interesting. Well, I am very happy and thankful for your foresight and insight and making home the platform that you launched from.
For sure.
With something that is very timely at this time, convenient, and I think all that is needed basically is to educate the public.
Awareness.
Well, that segment of the public who has this measure of hesitancy as it relates to that.
Yes.
So I want to wish you and your team, I mean, in as much as you're the brain behind it, but you can't do this alone, right?
Absolutely, yes. We have an amazing team, and that's one of the shout-outs I would love to make. That the SpotPay team is incredible. We have, I think, the best engineer in Silicon Valley working as CTO at the company. Me and him worked together at Google, so he came to Grenada a lot. He built a lot of SpotPay on Grand Anse Beach. So shout out to Thomas. He's not here because he's back in California building SpotPay.
Wow. Grenada to the world, man.
Absolutely, 100%.
So you're the Kirani James in technology for Grenada.
It's funny, I ran a track and field for Grenada back in the day. I ran Carifta, 1, 2, 400 meters. I'm very Grenadian.
Zika Philip, eh? I must do some research on that name.
He should.
Yeah, so Grenada's gotten back to the sun. Yeah, in full glow. Zika, I want to thank you. Is there anything you thought we left out that you'd like to add? Or?
We just, want to say we hope everybody enjoys SpotPay. It was really exciting to build it. We continue to build and add new features, and we would love for you to try it out. We love feedback, so use it, enjoy it, and ask as many questions as your heart desires. Is
there a contact number so that someone wants to? Because still, we're not fully into the digital age with a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Somebody would like when they call, they can speak with someone. Is there a number that they can call?
Yes, when you get SpotPay within the app, there is a support channel. When you tap on it, it takes you to WhatsApp, and you can text that number at any time of the day and get a response really quickly.
Okay. Zika, thank you very much for sharing with us, and we look forward to the growth and development and accessibility of SpotPay in Grenada throughout the Caribbean and the Calypso card to the world.
Calypso card to the world.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Folks,
appreciate it.
I've been speaking with Mr. Zika Philip. He is representing SpotPay, the latest innovation, Grenadian based, of course. Happy to know that. And you have any queries and concern, just type in SpotPay in your URL and go to Google or your Play Store, your Apple Play Store, and get as much information and get interactive with SpotPay. It's the direction of the world today. Thank you. We take a quick break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Payments shouldn't slow you down. Tap your phone to pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay. No need to carry cards or even your wallet. Freedom of online shopping that actually works with the SpotPay Calypso card. Send and receive money with friends, locally and securely. Receive money from the U.S. in seconds and spend it right away. Send and spend across the Caribbean and all over the world. All with one app. SpotPay. Money reimagined.
Grenada, the countdown is on for the most exciting relay showdown in the nation. The IMA National Relay Meet, carded for Saturday, February 21st, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come witness speed, relentless competition, and heart-pounding relays that will keep you at the edge of your seats from start to finish. The island's fastest teams will battle for glory, but who will rise to the top and claim the prizes? You have to be there to see live. Admission finish line $50. Main stand $30. Secondary stand $20. And bleachers $15. Children 12 and under pay $15 for main and secondary stands and bleachers. Get your tickets. Feel the speed. The IMA National Relay Meet 2026. The ultimate relay experience.
This Valentine, celebrate under the stars at Lovefest. Saturday, February 14th at Quarantine Point Recreational Park from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Featuring all the way from Antigua, Burning Flames. Also live, Sabrina Francis, Rita, and Ultimate Perfections Band, Pan Wizards, and more. General admission starts at $100. Grab a couple special for only $180 while stocks last. Tickets are available at Grenadian Optical, Eventbrite, and GoToFed.com. Upgrade your experience with our bottle service, Sweetheart Table for Two, or a more private Cupid's Cabana. Our Lovefest partners, Lashington Agency, Sunrise Airways, Netherlands Insurance, GBN, Boss FM, Grenada Tourism Authority, Flow. Produced by Upstage. Lovefest is on Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, starting 6 p.m. at Quarantine Point.
Camahorn Boat, a powerful multimedia production presented at Carafesta 15, written and directed by Chris Riggs. One big performance only at the Grenada Trade Center on Saturday, 7th March at 7 p.m. The Camahorn Boat is the ship of state, Grenada sailing to its destiny. The Camahorn Boat is a call for unity, an exciting story about patriotism played out by Grenada's best acting talents, featuring Samuel Ogilvy, Robert White, Debbie Gilchrist, Bianchi Toussaint, Dillian Walters, and others. Come out and join us in celebrating our Grenadianness on Saturday, 7th March, 7 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Admission almost free. Advance tickets are $50, $65 at the door. Your ticket outlets: Giddens Pharmacy Grand Anse, Art and Soul Bookstore, Spiceline Mall, Mitchell's Pharmacy Grand Anse, 3B's Shoe Store, downtown St. George, and other places. Bring out the entire family and enjoy a wonderful evening of Grenadian theater on 7th March at Grenada Trade Center, 7 p.m.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Get unbeatable value you'll love. Find it only at Quartz. We've got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues right here. It's 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock, and I do not have any active guests in the studio at this time, so we've got a few minutes in which we can have a brief conversation. I will not designate a topic this morning because of the time constraints. However, if you have a concern or there's something that you'd like to raise, here's your opportunity to do that. Something you'd like to highlight, please, no advertisements, all right? Okay, so is there something that's happening that you'd like to bring to the fore, something that you've observed? This is a golden opportunity to do just that. You know the numbers, 435-2041. What I can assure you, we are just listening. We're just looking at some of the comments, and it seems as though quite a number of you are very interested in the spot pay, and I can assure you that sooner than later we will have another representative from spot pay to clarify and to demystify certain things that you may have as concerns. Good morning, caller. We lost that caller there. 435-2041. And let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph, sir. Greetings. How are you?
Greetings. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. I'd just like to make a brief observation. Just follow, sir. For 52 years, going on to 53, Grenadians were made to believe that we were a politically independent and sovereign nation state. It continued even after 2002, note the year, when the then so-called Governor General called Daniel Williams commissioned a team headed by Nicholas Liverpool et al., of Dominica, a learned judge of the time, I understand. I didn't know the chap. And backed up by some prominent Grenadians, McIntosh, legal luminary, Bristol, also a lawyer, Basil Harford back then, and a chap called then Deacon Gerard Paul, today he's a priest. Well, he was disbanded to an order. But anyway, the fact is, these people, in their endeavors, as outlined by the terms and so on, printed a document called, or titled, Constitution Review in Grenada, Some Things to Consider. Are you aware of this document, Mr. Joseph, sir?
No, I'm not.
Well, I wish you would look it up, please. You see, because there in that document, it is crystal clearly outlined the deficiencies of our quote-unquote status of political independence. Take a note, Grenadians, of this document. We've been speaking about it for years, but nobody at the governing level seems to be interested in it. And they continue to deceive the Grenadian people. Yesterday I heard certain things on the radio, and even the day of the independence celebration. Ridiculous, the interpretation of what political independence. But to close the door, if I say this, I urge you, and Mr. Joseph, note the document. Constitution Review in Grenada, Some Things to Consider, published in 2002. We talking, brothers and sisters, now for 23 going to 24 years. It states clearly there to end it. Second paragraph. It is instructive to note that neither the document terminating Grenada's political association with the United Kingdom nor the current constitution are resolutions in the Parliament of Grenada and continue to be on the face imperial orders in Council of the Queen's Most Excellent Majesty. Let's replace the Queen with the King today. It went on to say what we were encouraged to do by that process, and to quote-unquote, they would patriate our constitution to terminate the cycle of independence. Clearly that says that Grenada has never been politically independent, but they continue to bluff the people. Now they're saying it's a process, so we have to go on in perpetual subservience to the British Crown, where the King is the head of the Parliament, the King is the executive, the King, we had everything to the King, royal salute to the King, but you're independent. I even heard one say that no one has sovereignty in this whole world. Just imagine that the bright boys of this country, brothers and sisters, come together and understand how we have been bluffed for all these years by these bright boys. Read that document, Sir Joseph. I wish to suggest to you and your company, your radio station, that this document be highlighted in a Beyond the Headlines program so that Grenadians could get to understand how we've been deceived in this here country throughout the years. I thank you for having given me the opportunity.
Thank you, caller. Have a great day as always. You know the numbers. It's 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. 435-2041. You can call in at this time if you have a concern or something that you'd like to raise. Again, I want to take this opportunity and reach out to the families affected by this gruesome incident on Friday evening. Please be strong at this time. As a people, as a nation, reach out and show them some support. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Thank you very much, and a pleasant good morning. Well, I'm kind of disappointed and surprised to realize what you have just said. how is it that you, as a big radio announcer, school teacher and whatnot, doesn't have this document, Constitution Reform in Grenada? My friend, I don't know. I've been surprised with a lot of people in this country because I have the document in front of me here presently, Constitution Reform, and here are the names: Nicholas Liverpool, Professor Randolph McIntosh, a Reverend Gerald Paul, Mr. Carol Bristol QC, and Mr. Basil Harford, member. My friend, try and see if you could get this document, and let's see if we could discuss it so that things could be much better for us in this country. We are going too much. You know, lawyers, doctors, professionals, people in high places use a set of obscene languages, even in front of the police, and nothing is being done. You know, I was arrested and charged in 1980-something, I can't remember the exact year, by a one call 210 John on Granby Street in front of Kentucky Chicken, because I used the same language, and I didn't use it to him, you know. I used it to an ordinary citizen. And this gentleman arrested me, shoved me in the fire station in the night, and the next morning in handcuffs, they walked me up in front of George Prime, and George Prime charged me $80 for this obscene language. FUCKYOU. Okay. My friend, can't see how you could do something better for us in this country.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you have the document, but the fact remains that I don't have it. All right, and I will endeavor to get it at a convenient time, but nonetheless, good news. Our team has successfully resolved the service issues affecting fixed and mobile services. If you are still experiencing any difficulties, please reach out to a Flow virtual store at 444-3569 and we'll be happy to help. Thank you for your patience and understanding. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused, and that's coming from Flow. Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is where we put the handle on the program this morning. It's been a pleasure, and once again, thank you very much to Zika Phillip and the team at SpotPay for sharing with us, and we look forward to future engagements on that matter. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. The BBC's up next.
No one was moving.